Hi, Jim Schlexer from the Inc. CEO Project. I want to talk to you about what's going to happen to your company after you sell it to a private equity firm. Now look, at the end of the day, if they own the firm, they can do whatever they want to with it, but you might want to know what's going to occur. So there's 6 things to keep in mind. The first thing is they're going to want to keep you. Well, most people think after they sell their company, they're going to cash the check, go to Aruba and sip fruity drinks. That's not the way it goes. You're going to need to stick around at least for a transitionary period to teach them the business. The second one is they're going to fire you. You go, whoa, wait a minute, Jim. The first one was they're going to keep me and now they're going to fire me? Yes, they're going to fire you. Almost in every case with the CEOs we've worked with, after they've been bought by a private equity buyer, within 1 year, they're fired. Why? Because there's a fundamental disagreement in how the business should be run, and either the CEO leaves or the private equity firm asks them to leave. The third thing they're going to do is they're going to put debt on your business. Why? Because they can, and that's part of their model. So you have a zero debt mentality. You're going to need to get comfortable with debt because that's how private equity firms maximize their return on their investment, by including debt. The fourth is sacred cows are all on the table. So if you've got a cousin in the business that's not performing, or an aunt, they're on the table, and odds are if they're a non-performer, they're not going to be around for very long. So if there are any sacred cows in your organization that don't make sense economically, they're going to get attacked. The next one is they're going to sweat the assets. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs think about the P&L, the profit I make, and how is that business doing. They don't worry so much about their balance sheet. But the balance sheet is where the private equity firms are going to work hard. So they're going to make you sell inventory, increase payables, and reduce accounts receivable to maximize the cash coming out of the business. And the last one is special distributions. If the business begins to make profit and they have accumulated wealth, they're going to do special distributions to themselves. Why? Because they can. And because it begins to take cash off the table so they can begin to play with house money. So if you're not comfortable with those things, a private equity buyer may not be for you. But if you are considering it, be ready for those 6 things to happen.